Hi, happy Friday. Hope everyone had a safe week and are preparing for game day. So this week we read about the Laramie Project, and what I noticed initially about this play is how it incorporated another minority group, which this is the LGBTQ plus community. This is a true story, and it's important to share with the public this story and experience of Matthew in hopes of change, and that's what theater's known. The values that I observed in this play is the contradiction between the homophobia but acceptance in Laramie, Missouri. Homophobia in itself was attached to the people that were quote-unquote disgusted by openly gay people, and examples of this include obviously the murderers of Matthew, which were Aaron McKinley and Russell Henderson, and then as well as Reverend Fred Phelps, who protested Matthew's funeral. As a contrast to homophobia, as a reader, we also observed people accepting of the LGBTQ plus community, and this came in the forms of people that were actually part of the community themselves. And after the murder of Matthew, these people themselves were scared for their lives for being openly gay in this. For the reading with a pencil question, I didn't quite understand why there weren't acts or specific scenes, just moments. And after looking into it, actually in the prologue of the book, it kind of explained it for me. I discovered the playwrights used a method called moment work instead of scenes. And the goal of this is to use these individual moments to compile everyone's thoughts and emotions into the bigger picture. To touch on the issue of diversity in the Laramie Project, the Laramie Project is set in Laramie, Wisconsin, and like how I explained that they use the moment work instead of individual scenes, they strategically use interviews from different townspeople to kind of compile an opinion on the situation. And when they interview Sergeant Hing, he describes Laramie as, quote, one of the largest states in the country, but the least populated. And I think this definitely contributed to Matthew's murder because of their small town, kind of like ignorant minds. I believe the playwrights and the directors of the Tectonic Theater Project who put together the Laramie Project wanted the reader and audience to walk away from the play examining their own mindset and acceptance of minority community. Hate crimes can happen anywhere, and I believe it's not an isolated incident and can happen to any minority community. And although we're in Columbus, which I believe to be like a slightly more accepting, progressive town, I think that it could still happen here. After reading this play, in contrast to Intimate Apparel, the Laramie Project uses an episodic plot structure. For one, the Laramie Project uses far more characters in the form of interviews. 2, it uses individual episodes or moments. And 3, it has a non-linear plot used to piece together the townspeople's thoughts to highlight the bigger picture as well as individuals' emotions and opinions. And my questions for the class include, is your hometown accepting of minority communities, as well as do you feel that justice was served to both Matthew and his family and the town?